Sanctorum can be a tricky piece of property to manage.
I've been told Stark Enterprises can be a toxic workplace.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Hola.
Well met, Hunter.
I know I've asked a lot of you recently, dear, especially when it comes to these little excursions. But there is one more thing you could do to make an old witch happy.
If it were not so good to see you again, I might think you were taking advantage of me.
Hunter, you certainly are the product of your environment. Between Sarah and I suppose we're just lucky you didn't turn out more cynical. Besides, this might be interesting. Now that the altar is in working order, we just need to reignite my cauldron.
How interesting can that be? Your cauldron was always churning with some concoction in the old days.
Yes. And how do you think that was possible? It's not just any flame we're talking about here. Maybe you've heard tale of the demon fueling the forge? A fire-breathing demon, no less, blazing as hot as the flames of hell itself. Fortunately, I'll only require a single ember.
I can see where this is going. How do I find it?
I've enchanted this vessel to protect you from the ember's heat. You should be able to get close enough to retrieve it through one of the old mine tunnels beneath the forge.
I have seen the tunnels. They were here before the Abbey.
I'm not surprised. You always have been curious. The tunnel may lead close enough to the heart of the forge to retrieve an ember.
The goddess must be busy. This must be the tunnel entrance Agatha spoke of. This must be an ember from the forge. I have the ember. The bottle is not even warm.
If it were giving off any heat at all, I'd be concerned, given the enchantment on that vessel. Now, let's see if this old girl still works.
So I can use the cauldron to brew things?
Essentially, yes. Collect reagents on the Abbey grounds. You'd be surprised what we can make use of.
And I just drop the ingredients in? Is that not dangerous?
That's part of the fun, isn't it? And I see you've already found a recipe book. I doubt you'll have any trouble following along.
What's up, Hunter?
How goes it, Hunter?
All this excitement has really got me thinking about forming a team of my own. Spider-Man and his astonishing pals. His stupendous companions. I'm circling it, I know.
The tower bells are ringing. My favorite childhood prank, but I have not heard them in so long. Caretaker must be wincing right now. Or maybe this was her idea of a joke.
We've really been putting the pedal to the Hydra metal, huh, Hunter? Haven't seen the Hellride this fired up since, well, ever. I thought she could use a little tune-up and we could use a little break to catch him.
What is on your mind, Robbie?
Honestly, just wanted to say thanks. I was starting to feel like a fifth wheel around here for a while. But lately, not so much. Even though Sparky agrees. Well, both of us just wanted to say thanks. Nice to feel useful. Know what I mean?
Friends help each other, Robbie. That is what we are here for.
Thanks, Hunter. It's not always easy talking about this stuff, you know. I didn't exactly grow up in as friendly a neighborhood as Spider-Man.
Nor did I. My mother made sure of that.
Yeah, with me, it was my uncle. Something else we have in common, I guess. Who would have thought? A 300-year-old demon hunter from Old Salem, Massachusetts, hanging with the spirit of vengeance from East LA in a magically restored transient abbey as, you know, friends.
Stranger things have happened, and will happen, I am sure.
and I look forward to all of them.
Fine, speak.
I have something for you.
Oh?
Here you are.
Good. This will help the ritual.
Oh, you are gonna love this. Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. You're welcome, Hunter. If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting. I'm here if you need me.
Hunter, I want you to know I understand what you're going through. Fighting your own mother's not easy.
It does me no good to think of Lilith as my mother. She is the enemy of all existence. That is more important to me than any bond we once shared.
That's easy to say right now. It's a lot harder when you're looking her in the eyes.
You speak from experience.
It's why we're talking right now. A vampire bit my mother while she was in labor. She turned, I became this. Hunting those bloodsuckers, I always knew I might run into her one day.
And were you ready?
No one's ready for something like that. Listen, all I'm saying is that fighting Lilith won't be easy for any of us. But for you, it's gonna be hell. I just want you to be ready when the time comes.
Count on it.
I'm gonna pretend that was an accident. Time to take it to the next level. We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here. I can see why you picked that. Better to have it and not need it, right? Practice makes perfect. I'm ready when you are. caretaker could have at least left me a chair. Back again.
Just give me a target.
Do your thing.
Yo, it's good to see you.
Do you remember the bells, kiddo? When you were younger, I could bear.
What's new, Hunter? Let's crunch the numbers. Want to read something that'll make you weep? Take a look at this. Pick your target, Hunter.
Friendly neighborhood service at friendly neighborhood prices.
Stay out of trouble.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Our goals align.
Hell. Ready? What is it like being so inconsequential? So easy. Next time, it will be forever.
Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
Accept your fate.
As they say, it gets the job done.
We will never forsake her. Here it comes. Quiet time.
For victory!
Don't you know who I am?
I cannot move.
Our work is proceeding.
You are like an ant to me. I'll step on you if I have to.
Looking good here. I am the spirit of vengeance. For Hydra!
Hardly a scratch.
You'll suffer an eye for an eye.
You're mine.
I will aid you if I can. You should have brought more help.
Through some space here.
You had a chance to Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently she is promiscuous.
This will have to you.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
More than enough. Powerful sorcery. Excellent. Prepare yourself. Invigorating.
I return for the guilty. You're mine.
Can't run from this.
Assist our ally.
That will not slow me down.
What's in our way?
We have the upper hand, for now.
Prepare yourselves. I will see all that you have done.
is good to be back.
The enemy has the upper hand. We're all gonna get it. You're gonna remember me.
You will have to do better than that. I am not doing so well. Now that was something.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Hunter,
Ready for shop class?
I am ready.
Right on. Wait, what's Tony doing here?
It's interesting how you solved the heat problem.
Is that a good interesting or a bad interesting?
Neither. It's just not what I would have done.
Right.
I have no idea what's going on here. Parker didn't invite Tony, did he?
I can ask.
Okay, I'll hang tight.
Okay, before you ask, Tony kind of showed up and started talking.
Tony Stark does not belong here.
I don't know. He's a genius when it comes to this stuff. Who doesn't want to make things with Tony Stark? I don't know how to talk to rich people. Would you mind?
All right.
Thanks, Hunter.
What did Parker say?
Tony just showed up.
Oh, this is getting weirder and weirder.
Good weird or bad weird?
I mean, he's Tony Stark. Confirmed super genius? Why would he want to slum it with us?
Let me talk to Tony.
I'll follow your lead.
Hey, boss. Fancy meeting you here. I didn't picture you for the technical type. Wait, no, I'm seeing it. You're someone who's always appreciated horsepower.
What brings you here, Tony?
I couldn't sleep. Saw Parker slip off with a backpack full of gadgets. I was tired and bored, so I followed him here. You know, the only time I've seen the Hellride is when it's on fire. You think Robbie will let me poke around under the hood?
Popping the hood is how it eats people.
We're safe. I'm canned beef, you're 17th century jerky, and Parker's full of, spider meat.
Shop class is open to you.
Well, that's nice, boss, but I don't plan to stay if I'm not welcome. Look, this isn't my thing, and I don't want to make it my thing. I'll stick around as long as Robbie and Parker are cool with it.
All right. We should ask them.
The two of you heard me, right?
Yeah.
Sure did.
So, what do you think? I'll be completely invisible.
Like Sue Storm?
Like a slightly taller Sue Storm.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. I mean, as long as the shop doesn't become a Stark subsidiary, I'm good.
Scout's honor.
Then welcome to shop class, Tony.
All right. You kids do your thing. Well, glad we got that out of the way. That will be me for the rest of the meeting. Out of the way. Well, glad we got that out of the way. That will be me for the rest of the meeting. Out of the way.
That was easy. Almost too easy. Am I being paranoid?
He has a place here as long as his actions match his words.
Good idea. And it's probably fine. As long as he doesn't alphabetize the component drawer, we're okay. But you came here to help finish this project. Go on. Parker can run you through it.
We have no big threats on the horizon, so today we're going to retool some of our gear.
No big threats? What about Lilith?
Shop class deals with known quantities. Lilith alters fundamental scientific principles just by existing. She's way out of our league. Besides, we have a ton of ideas in the backlog for these personal prototypes. It all depends on the components at hand. You already gave me the components. Those will come in handy. I'm ready to put this together. How about you?
I am ready.
No comment. But that's some good work.
Let me know when you're ready to take off.
I am ready to go.
So, Tony, did you have any thoughts on the project?
Who, me? I'm contributing now? I would rather watch people make interesting tech than stare at my bedroom ceiling.